I have got a clone haul for you today from Intense Oud, and I bet I've got some stuff in here you've never heard of before, because there's stuff in here I've never heard of before. As a matter of fact, of the fragrances I have, only one of them I was familiar with. So we're going to get into this very interesting pile of clone fragrances, but before we do, remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that, and give a like to the video if you like it. Let's go ahead and begin. So from Intense Oud, I have these fragrances right here. And before I forget, I have a little 20 ml travel spray to give to one of you that is, that came in a kind of gift package of one of these fragrances. And we'll begin with that one. From Ard Al Zafaran, I've got this one, Al Dirgham Special Edition. And this is not what I thought it was going to be. As a matter of fact, I didn't even pick this one. This is one that they recommended to me, and I'm really glad they did, because this is super interesting. So the original bottle, or the full-size bottle I should say, is this one right here, similar to Al Dirgham Limited Edition, but a completely different fragrance and fragrance style. And it comes with this one right here, which I'm going to give to you, a little 20 ml travel spray, Al Dirgham Special Edition. And believe it or not, this is actually 20 ml, this little thing. And if you want to be entered in the giveaway, all you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, like the video, and comment below, and I will use random number generator to pick one of you who comments. By the way, you have to have a US address in order to win the giveaway. All right, so this fragrance right here, surprisingly, is a clone / twist on Parfums de Marly Althair. And so this is, of course, that warm, vanillic, cinnamon, orange blossom, praline, gourmand sweet fragrance. And it has all of those qualities that I just mentioned. I will tell you though, however, although this fragrance is known for that sweet vanilla, that of course orange blossom, even that very sweet praline, and the spicy cardamom, cinnamon, all of that, this one has a little bit of a difference from the other clones I have, and I have about 5 of them now, in that this one is just slightly, it's not a massive difference, it's just slightly lighter than most of the other clones that I have. And so it is a dense, rich fragrance by nature, but this one is, I would say, a little more forward on the floral nature of this fragrance than most of them are. And so it's probably a 10% difference, say, from Liquid Brune or something like that. But I would say that is a good thing for me, being that I have so many, and for someone who wants to wear this fragrance profile, but maybe you don't get as much of the cold weather as many other regions do. Because that little bit of an extra floral vibe, I would think, makes this a little more appropriate for some warmer weather. Now, it's not something I would want to wear when it's 90+ degrees outside, but in the spring, this is probably the one that I would reach for over the other dupes that I have because of that minor difference. So again, Al Dirgham Special Edition. It actually smells quality. There's no overly synthetic or cheap smelling vibe that I get from this one. It's actually surprisingly a pretty good quality alternative to Althair. Now, I will mention I have a 10% off discount code for you, which I'll have below. It's SILLAGESCENTS, all one word. So when you're checking out at Intense Oud, you can enter in that coupon code and you'll get a discount for your order. All right, next up, we'll go with this one right here. Another fragrance I have a number of alternatives or dupes or clones of. This is Lattafa's Vintage Radio. Of course, it's an alternative to Initio Paragon. Now, Initio Paragon is a plum bomb. That's what it's known for, this beautiful fruity plum that's in really the opening and the entire fragrance. But then you've also got a good dose of woodiness, kind of giving it a bit of a base, a bit of a weight for that powerful sweet fruitiness to rest on. There's also some aromatic notes. There's some lavender, sage, even some black pepper. So, you know, a touch of fresh spicy or even, you know, spicy with that pepper, but it's mostly woods and some wonderful plum, and I think there's even a touch of bergamot in there. This one differs slightly from Lattafa Al Nashama, which is their other clone of this fragrance. Al Nashama is a bit more syrupy, a bit more dense, and I would say this one has just slightly more freshness, or it's just a little bit lighter, not much. Again, probably 10% difference between the two. Both of them smell fantastic. Both of them are Lattafas. This one might be a touch more expensive than Al Nashama, but they're actually both great alternatives to Paragon. Both of them have really good performance, easily, you know, 10 hours. So Vintage Radio, this one's probably the better known of the two from Lattafa. So check it out. It is definitely a wonderful plum fragrance and a DNA that's very expensive if you go with the original. All right, next up, we'll go with yet another one that I have a bunch of clones of. This one is from a brand I'd never heard of, Aza or Aza. I've seen a number of fragrances come out from this brand lately, but this is the first one that I've gotten a hold of. So this is Aza Mountaineer. And now this is a take on Creed Silver Mountain Water. And so currently I've got Armaf Sillage. That's the one that everybody knew about from years ago that did really well, sold really well. I've got one from Riffs. I've got one from Dumont. I will tell you that Dumont's is sort of the dense, heavier take on Silver Mountain Water, and that density makes it significantly different than the Creed. I would say that Riffs has this kind of sweet citrus in the opening, almost like a Sprite in the opening, which makes it differ from Silver Mountain Water. I would say that the Armaf is actually quite similar to Silver Mountain Water, but to me, I've always gotten a little bit more of a Middle Eastern feel with the Armaf, almost like it's got a little bit of incense or a little bit of spice that I don't find in the Creed. But I would say that this one from Aza is actually right down the middle. This one just doesn't have much difference from the Creed. It's just sort of a smooth, straight down the line clone of Silver Mountain Water. I will tell you the packaging on this one, I really like that it has a magnetic cap. I like the looks of the bottle. There is this sticker on the back that it looks like you could peel off pretty easy. It's even maybe slightly coming off. So for the most part, pretty quality packaging, but the sticker, you know, does cheapen it up a little bit. So just keep your bottle facing forward is all I'll tell you. So pretty good alternative to Silver Mountain Water. I will tell you it's strong, very long lasting. I sprayed some of this on a strip the day that I got it in. My bedroom smelled like Silver Mountain Water for 24 hours. So long lasting as well. Aza Mountaineer. Finally, here's one I definitely don't have a dupe of. This one I'd never smelled. I'd seen a bunch of clones over the past year or two of Memo Irish Leather, but I never tried it. There's a couple of the Memo fragrances, the only couple I've tried, that I really like, but this one I had no idea. So whenever I saw that Intense Oud had a Yuqawam, a Rasasi Yuqawam dupe of Irish Leather, I thought that one has got to be the best, I would imagine, because the Yuqawam fragrances are just, they are super high quality, everything about them. They're super long lasting, the packaging is very nice, spot on, and so I got a hold of Rasasi Yuqawam Ambergris Showers, and this one is, of course, a dupe of Memo Irish Leather. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up, this fragrance is not for everyone. It is, it's got something very kind of mineral, very, you know, I heard somebody describe the smell of Irish leather, and thus this one as almost like a wet concrete, you know, wet rocks kind of a feel. And then it has an aromatic green texture. So there really is like a significant green quality to this one. It's somewhat ozonic, so sort of mineral and ozonic. Now it does have a leather note, but it's a leather mineral combination quite similar to Ganymede. Leather and mineral and spice aromatics in that fragrance. As a matter of fact, I would say if someone likes Ganymede, they would probably like this one. It's in a similar style as Ganymede, although I would say this may even be a touch more challenging than Ganymede. So I'm glad that I have this now, but I can't imagine that I'll wear this more than 3 or 4 times a year. It's just too unusual. It is definitely interesting. It's quite strong. It's quite potent. It's got a surprising bit of freshness with the ozonic quality and the greenness, but it is something, again, that I could never see myself wearing every day, and something that I doubt, for instance, that my wife would love. So it's something that's a niche profile for sure, something in the family of Ganymede. Let me know down in the comments if you've tried this fragrance or the original or even another dupe that's considered to be a good dupe. So again, this is La Yuqawam Ambergris Shower, an alternative to Memo Irish Leather. So that has been 4 fragrances from Intense Oud. Remember, I'm giving away this 20 ml travel spray of Dirgham Special Edition, the alternative to Parfums de Marly Althair. All you've got to do is subscribe, have a US address, and like and comment on the video. Also, if you want to check these out, I'll have links down below. I do have a 10% off discount code that you can enter in at checkout to save you some money. You can find that in the description. It's the word SILLAGESCENTS without a space. But let me know your thoughts on any of these fragrances. I look forward to hearing from you down below. Thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe and give the video a like. I'm Justin. This is SILLAGESCENTS.